Yo, what's going on, GZTV fam? It is your boy himself, GZTV, back with another video. My LEDs are looking kind of weird. But anyways, we are back with another video, and today we have a movie review for A Quiet Place Part 2. Now, of course, I did A Quiet Place Part 1 last week, and they actually have a Part 3 film coming out next year. I'm very excited for that after watching these first two. Getting into A Quiet Place Part 2, which actually released last year. We're going to go over the plot, and I have a decent amount of thoughts for this. You know, this is a very interesting concept of a series. I think it's going to go down as a really successful, as of now, trilogy in horror film history. But anyways, during a baseball game, the Abbott family, which we were introduced to in the first movie, wife Evelyn, husband Lee, deaf daughter Reagan, and sons Marcus and Bo, and other spectators witness a strange asteroid-like object hurtle towards the Earth. So we kind of learn about the origin of the monsters in the movie franchise. Hostile extraterrestrial creatures attack and begin slaughtering people. The blind creatures possess armored skin, have extraordinary speed and strength, and track victims with hypersensitive hearing, attacking anything that makes a noise. Over a year later, the creatures have killed much of the Earth's population, including Bo and Lee. Reagan discovered that high-frequency audio feedback makes the creature vulnerable, and she devises a makeshift method of transmitting the noise from her cochlear implant through a portable microphone, which we figured out in the first movie was their weakness. With their home destroyed, the family searches for other survivors. Entering a fenced-off area, Evelyn accidentally sets off a sound alarm, alerting the creatures. As they flee, Marcus steps into a bear trap. Very cringe, very nasty, very ugh. If you're squeamish, look away when they're running through the field. I'm just going to tell you right now. Well, this is a spoiler, so you shouldn't really be here. Spoiler alert, by the way. Attracting a creature with his screams, Reagan and Evelyn kill it, free Marcus, then run into an abandoned steel foundry. An old friend, Emmett, appears and takes them to his soundproof underground hideout. Emmett, who recently lost his family, refuses to help further and says they cannot stay. Marcus hears the song Beyond the Sea playing on the radio, which Emmett says has aired continuously for 4 months. Reagan determines it is a hint that survivors are on a nearby island. She theorizes that if she can reach the radio tower, the hearing aid's high-frequency noise can be broadcast so other survivors can weaponize the signal. She secretly ventures out alone to find the island. Emmett finds Reagan and saves her from a creature. Reagan persuades Emmett to help complete her mission. Evelyn leaves Marcus and her newborn baby to the foundry to fetch medical supplies in town. Marcus discovers the corpse of Emmett's wife. Startled, he alerts a creature and accidentally locks himself and the baby inside an airtight compartment, which is a very scary moment. Emmett and Reagan arrive at a marina to board a boat to the island. They are attacked by feral humans, which is stupid because in an apocalypse you don't want to attack your own humans. And Emmett deliberately creates noise and attracts creatures that slaughter the attackers. When one creature drowns, he realizes that the creatures cannot swim. That's another weakness they figure out in the movie. The two row to the island where a small colony of survivors is living nearby. The colony leader reveals that when the government discovered the creatures were unable to swim, the U.S. National Guard attempted to move as many people as possible to the islands. However, the chaos from boarding created noise that attracted the creatures, leaving only two boats that made it to the island. When Evelyn returns to the foundry, she frees the children before they suffocate. The three hide inside the bunker as the alien prowls the foundry. At the island, a creature aboard a boat drifts to the island and attacks the colonists. It kills the colony leader while Emmett and Ryan run to the radio station. That was very sad, and that actor looked familiar. I'm not sure who it was. Reagan transmits high frequency through the room speakers, incapacitating the creature and impales its exposed head with a rod, killing it. At the foundry, the creature discovers the family. Marcus picks up Reagan's transmission and plays the high-pitched frequency through his portable radio before shooting the creature. Reagan leaves the hearing aid connected to the radio station's microphone, allowing the broadcast signal to be weaponized by others. So yeah, if you're ever getting attacked by a creature, just run to your nearest radio station. I guess that's what Reagan's implying there. This is a very interesting movie. I really like the flashback to the origins of the creature. I think that was pretty much bound to happen. They needed to kind of explain because it started off like 70 days. The first movie started off like 70 days into the attacks, and I think this and it ended like 500 days into the apocalypse, if you will. I guess we'll call it an apocalypse because that's kind of what it is. I don't think this is a scary movie. I think it's more of like a Walking Dead type of like level of scary movie because obviously it's centered around this apocalypse. Except people don't get infected, obviously, so it doesn't grow. At least there's not more creatures, or at least that's what we think. Maybe we'll figure out in A Quiet Place Part 3 that they just keep making babies or something. I don't know. But Part 3 definitely has some potential with this storyline created by finding Emmett, who is actually at the baseball game in the first scene. So there was kind of some clever foreshadowing by the directors and stuff there. But update on my health. Um, very, very sore throat, mild stomach ache as of right now. I don't have a headache or anything like that, but I'm going to keep making the content for you boys because that's definitely what you deserve, and girls, of course. I have a lot of grinding to do today. After this, we will actually do a weekend album review because we're going to go over the whole trilogy. But, anyways, more about the movie. I think there's a lot of very interesting storylines, especially with the characters kind of separating. And Emmett was as actually he was actually a pretty famous Irish actor, Cillian Murphy. He looks very familiar. I can't really place a bunch of other movies on his name, but I know he's familiar. Um, so yeah, the next movie, I don't know. I guess Emmett and Reagan will return to the Foundry, and they'll just have to keep moving. They'll have to live a nomad lifestyle because these are monsters, man, crazy. Um, that man Marcus is the man of the house now, and he's taking over it like great. I don't think I could. He took the bear trap thing well. Obviously, he screamed and attracted the monster even more, but I'd probably pass out if I got hit by a fucking bear trap. I think that'd be pretty awful. Um, in the suffocating thing, I probably would have just given. Holy shit, that's a horrible way to die. He almost died. Yeah, and even Evelyn. So there's pretty much three groups in this movie. There was Reagan. Well, honestly, at like, yeah, there were like three groups. There's Reagan and Emmett looking for other survivors. I think that's what they were doing. No, Reagan was going out to look for other survivors. Yeah, she was because of the song. I actually didn't know that's why she did that. She was doing a bunch of math. Reagan is a very, very smart character in this movie. She goes out, finds more survivors. Emmett eventually uh, joins, and the other group is Evelyn going to look for medical supplies in like the nearby towns and whatnot. It's very unfortunate what happened in this movie. No important people died. Like you still have the four people without the father still alive, plus Emmett. Emmett's kind of a father figure for Reagan. I think that's a really cool relationship in this movie. Um, Marcus is a hero. Him and his little sister, brother, whatever. I don't know what their name is either. I don't know what the baby's name is. But there's a bunch of different separations, a bunch of different groups of characters, good storylines. So maybe Reagan and Emmett will continue on their journey to find more survivors. Because again, part 3 is confirmed. So be on the lookout for that next year. It's not coming out in 2022. I think it's coming out next year. They'll like if they keep making more movies, they're probably gonna have movies pumping out every other year. And this was good. I think I liked the first movie better just because of like the concept was like introduced. Like when a concept like this is introduced to you the first time, when it's introduced the second like showed you the second time, obviously it's not going to like have as much of an impact or seem like as intriguing or interesting to you as it is the first time. I thought the idea of like being really quiet and their daughter being deaf was like perfect because they already knew sign language. I think that's what really set this family up for success through the apocalypse. You know, obviously the father has died, but through like a year and a half, 4 out of the 5, well, technically Bo died, but I'm not gonna count him, dude. Honestly, 4 family members are still alive, and I think that's really good. Emmett's the only man in his family. I mean, honestly, they can have 5 people in the family. Maybe, just maybe Evelyn and Emmett will get like married or something, kiss or something. I don't even know. I could see that relationship definitely happening because the kids definitely need a father figure. They're still all very young. They don't look older than like 10, like 12 years old in this movie. That's pretty much it. Coming here in a few seconds, I have a weekend album review to get to. It's the first installment, House of Balloons in the trilogy, and then after that, I'll be working on homework till about 12:10, or probably like 12:25, because I have an engineering class at 12:30, which am I excited for? I don't know. It's got a lot of projects, whatever. My throat is fucking killing me, so I'll have to get a little break after these videos. I'll go to the classes, and then I'll actually have a Guardians of the Galaxy video for you guys. After that, I'll probably listen to the Weeknd's album, play some Madden as well, all that stuff. So, anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the movie. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, has been GZTV bringing you movie review content, album review content, gaming content, sports content. I'm a very versatile channel, if I do say so myself. So, you don't want to miss anything. A lot of new music coming out this year. That's my main stuff. But yeah, have